Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are doing expansion using algebraic identities. We have studied identities, identity number 1, identity number 2, identity number 3. And we have done examples of a plus b whole square, and we have done the couple of examples of a minus b the whole square, right? So now it's time to do some examples of the identity number 3, which is a square minus b square, and which is equivalent to a plus b into a minus b. And I explained to you, if you don't remember exactly what is the formula for each identity, you can just apply the distributive law and you can evaluate it, and it will be easy for you to deal with it. So let's do some examples for identity number 3. So the example number 1, if we have 5x plus 8 into 5x minus 8, and if we have this expression, we have first term, second term, and both terms are multiplying. Here we have 5x plus 8, and here we have 5x minus 8. So, and if we have to apply the identity, we have to see which is most relevant for this expansion. And if we see, we have here a plus b into a minus b, and here 5x is a, 8 is b, 5x is a, 8 is b. So it is a case of a plus b into a minus b. So we're going to apply this identity. Okay, so how to apply it? If we have this scenario, what we have to do? We have to square whatever a is representing, and then we have to square what b is representing. So what we are going to do? 5x whole square, and the sign is going to be minus, because it says it has to be a square minus b square. So minus 8 square. So the result is 25x square minus 64. Solved. Pretty simple, right? Let's do one more example. X plus 4 plus y into x plus x over 4 minus y. Okay. Now, again, this is the case of a plus b into a minus b. So this is a, this is b, this is a, this is b. So what we are going to do? A square x over 4 whole square minus y square. So we get here x square over 16 minus y square. So pretty simple. So now let's do some evaluation using the identities. Suppose if you are given a number and we have to square that number, and we have to without using calculator, we have to apply some identity and get the result. So how to do that? Let's take a couple of examples for that. Suppose you have to solve 1001 square. You're not supposed to multiply 1001 with 1001. You're not going to use calculator. And if you are required to use identity, then what you have to do? You have to, it's just one number, 1001. You have to make it in the form of two numbers, which are easy for you to square. And we have to apply identity as well. Now suppose if I say this number can be written as 1001, can be written as 1000 plus 1, right? We can write it like this, 1000 plus 1, right? And the square remains here. So if we do like this, what are we going to get? It's a case of a plus b, right? So instead of multiplying 1001 with 1001, what we have done? We have said, okay, 1001 can be written as 1000 plus 1, and it becomes a case of a plus b whole square. Now what we are going to do? A square. It is pretty easy to square 1000, then plus 2 into a, which is 1000, into b, which is 1, and plus 1 square. So the result is plus 2000 plus 1. So the final result is okay. So it's easy to do like this. First, in some cases, just think of a number which is easy for you to square. Like it's easy for us to square 1,000, 100, 10,000, right? So we instead of multiplying 1,001 with 1,001, we said okay, 1,001 is equivalent to 1,000 plus 1. So let's do one more example. Okay, if we have 797 square. Now again, one way is multiply 797 with 797 and then, or you can use calculator. But if you are supposed to use an identity, now what do we have to do? So now if we see this, we don't have 1,000 or 2,000 over here, but what should we do? You see, it's not always the case of that we have to add two numbers to make it easy. We can subtract two numbers to make it easy for us to deal with. So it's a case of like 800 minus 3. Now you see, it is easy to square 800, it is easy to square 3, so the things are simple. And what identity we are going to apply? The second one. So it will be a square, 800 square minus 2 into 800 into 3 plus 3 square. So it is 8 into 8 is 64 and 4 zeros minus 2 3 are 6, 6 8s are 48 and plus 9. And the final answer is 635209. Okay, pretty easy. So let's do one more example and then we can close this topic of expansion using algebraic identities. Now if we have this thing, now we don't have a square, but we have two numbers. So if we have two numbers, it means that it's going to be third identity. And how to apply that third identity? It is a plus b into a minus b. So let's make that in that form. It is actually 300 plus 5, so it becomes a plus b. And it is 300 minus 5, it becomes a minus b. So what are we going to do? A square minus b square. So 300 square minus 5 square. So it is 90,000 minus 25, which is 89975. Okay, so it was easy. So this was all about expansion using identities. So let's close this topic of expansion using identities here, and in the next session we will start factorization using identities. Thank you very much for now.